Engine Cadet Escarpe. I'm here to discuss on my PowerPoint presentation on what is regionalism in Philippines. So let us first define what is regionalism. Regionalism is the expression of a common sense of identity and purpose combined with the creation and implementation of institutions. These institutions is made by dividing a large area into smaller segments or so-called region. The most important reason for regionalism has to do with the basic purpose of government. The government here is viewed as a sort of marketing or selling operation in which the client or the public and the end product is the service. This could allow the free flow of goods and services. Regionalism is important, especially here in our country, Philippines, because it has been proven to increase the efficiency and effectiveness of local governments. More efficient government helps keeps taxes and fees lower. But not every issue is better solved through a regional approach, and in fact, there are many instances wherein it just cannot work. So that would be all for my report. Thank you.
So good day everyone. This is Engine Cadet Japheth. Go here to discuss about journalism in the Philippines. So first, what is regionalism and how it differs to regionalization? So regionalization means a process of closer transnational cooperation among neighbor states caused by non-political forces, while regionalism is the attempt to deliberately steer the process of regionalization politically. So mainly the difference between regionalism and regionalization is the presence of non-political forces and political forces. So for regionalization, non-political forces are in there, while in regionalism, political forces are the main force into regionalism. So next is regionalism in the Philippines. So Philippines is further divided into three main islands, which is Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So Luzon having 8 regions, which are National Capital Region, Mimaropa Region, Ilocos Region, Cordillera Administrative Region, Central Luzon Region, Calabarzon Region, Cagayan Valley Region, and Bicol Region. Then next is Visayas, having only 3 regions, which are Western, Central, and Eastern Visayas. And lastly is the island of Mindanao, which has 6 regions, and they are as follow: Zamboanga Peninsula, Northern Mindanao, Davao Region, Soxargen, Caraga, and Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. So basing on how diverse Philippines is because of its geographical state being an archipelago country, and through regionalism, each region comprising each of the major islands of the country has its ways of connecting to the global economy to better their own economy and help in majority to increase the country's economy and development. And this adds to the globalization of the Philippines. So that ends my discussion. Thank you.
Good day, sir. It is me, Engine Cadet Stefan and Regidor. I'm going to present my understanding and my own idea of what is regionalism in the Philippines. So, the main objectives of this presentation is to define what is regionalism and to further identify what is regionalism in the Philippines. So, when we hear the word regionalism, what basically comes into our mind? So, we could think of regions, divisions. So, those words coincide with the word regionalism. So, what really is regionalism? So, regionalism is characterized by the involvement of almost all governments in the world. It is because regionalism has been throughout the world and it is very broad and it is worldwide because it is closely linked with the shifting nature of global politics and intensification of globalization. So, regionalism also refers to the political and cognitive idea of forming regions. It has been associated with formal program since mid 1980s. So it has been there for quite a long time, launching regional programs on a global scale. So regionalism in the Philippines. So what is regionalism in the Philippines? So regionalism in the Philippines is a representation on how nations act as one despite of different regions it has. So Philippines is divided into many regions. So it has 17 different regions. So why is Philippines divided into 17 different regions? So it is mainly because Philippines is divided into 7,100 islands. So because of its natural archipelago, we have been divided into different regions. So namely the regions are Region 1 Ilocos Region, Region 2 Cagayan Valley, Region 3 Central Luzon, Region 4A Calabarzon, Calamba, Laguna Region, and Mimaropa, Marinduque, uh, Marinduque, Romblon, Pampanga, the Region 5 Bicol Region, Region 6 Western Visayas, Region 7 the Central Visayas, wherein we belong the Bohol, Cebuanos, Siquijor, Negros, and the Eastern Visayas, the Region 9 Zamboanga Peninsula, Region 10 Northern Mindanao, Region 11 Davao Region, and the CAR or the Cordillera Administrative Region, and the ARMM or the Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. So we can say that among the 17 regions, there are a variety of cultures and distinction between us. So naikalahian gid aning GCT kabuok. It is because uh, we are different language. We have the Ilocano, the Waray, we have the Cebuano, we have the Tagalog. So that is what divides us. But basically, what unites us is we are under the same flag and we are all Filipino citizens. So its trends in the global economy have shaped the economic geography of an increasingly open Philippine economy. So regions better connected to the global economy can be expected to grow more rapidly. So that would be all for my presentation. Thank you.
So, good day. I'm Jhonel Coca of group number 4, and today we'll be talking about regionalism in the Philippines. So, first, let us let's define what is regionalism. So, regionalism is a strengthened collective identity in a conglomerate of nations occupying a particular geographic area or aiming at a shared goal, an increase in economic exchanges in a particular area. So, we talk about strengthened collective identity in a conglomerate of nations. It means these are different identities, but they share the same goals or same purpose or a specific purpose in a particular that occupies in a particular area or in a particular region, thus increasing its economic exchanges in a particular area or in that region. So, and it also refers to the decentralization of political powers or competencies from a higher towards a lower political level. So we talk about decentralization of political powers. It is the shift or the transfer of political powers or competencies from a higher political level to a lower political level. So, to understand deeper on the regionalism in the Philippines, let us see regionalism in the Philippines based on Hetney's concepts of regionalism. So, Hetney 1996 suggested that regionalism as a concept has a varying degrees. So, first, the region as a geographical unit. When we talk about region as a geographical unit, we can easily determine a region by its physical environment. So, for example, Region 7. We can determine Region 7 based on its water and land boundaries. So, for example, region north of Region 7, we can see the Visayan Sea. In the east we can see the Camote Sea. South we can see the Mindanao Sea, and in the north, on the west, we can see the Negros Occidental. So in that manner, we can easily determine the region as a geographical unit. So next is the region as a social system. So um, when we talk about region as a social system, we can say that as a local, um, lo- translocal relations between human groups. So basically, it talks about the same ancestry or the same language that is shared in a specific area or in that specific region. So, for example, in Region 7 again, we can see that these four provinces share the same language. For example, Siquijor, Bohol, Negros Oriental, and the Negros Oriental and the Cebu. So we share the same language, which is the Visayan language. So we can already say that as a we can already see that region as a social system. So third is the region as organized cooperation. So um, the best example for this is the ARMM, or the Autonomous Region of Muslim Mindanao. So this region was founded, and it is composed of five provinces. Um, this is founded because these five provinces shared same goal, which is to find or to seek independent state for Mindanao. So in that sense, they they the five provinces are the organized cooperation, thus making them as a region, or region as organized cooperation. So all in all, regionalism in the Philippines trends in the global economy that shape the economic geography of an increasingly open Philippine economy. So, in this 17 regions in the Philippines, they have open Philippine economy that is connected to global economy that expected to grow more rapidly. So, that's all for the regionalism in the Philippines. Thank you.